What is up, BookTube? It is Monty, and today I am back again, once again, to start another video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I've been sick for the past few days, and so a lot of the reading I had hoped to get planned this week hasn't happened. But that's also, it's going to dovetail really nicely into this little discussion video. Full disclosure, I filmed this video 3 times now. Twice when I started feeling better, and hopefully... Okay, I feel like this is less crooked. Hopefully this is gonna be the last time I have to film this video. So, in bits and pieces, some places, I've definitely talked about this before in general and how I feel. Usually I think this discussion is presented positively. I know it isn't always, but this is my version of the BookTube fucked up my reading discussion, because I definitely feel like it has, and I feel like the way that it fucked it up previous to now wasn't as noticeable to me as the reader, and it wasn't as impacting my actual enjoyment. So I do want to preface this discussion by saying that my issue, I don't think, has been a lot of people's issue in 2022, where people are just not liking what they're reading. I feel like I've had a pretty solid run of books, at least recently, so the recency bias is in full effect. But I think that what I have not enjoyed and what I have allowed to become the sort of driving factor, the engine behind the content that I create, is I don't like how I have treated reading vlogs. I don't like that vlogs are sort of the backbone of the content and everything else just kind of exists outside of that. And it's not to say that I hate every reading vlog that I've posted, because if I just don't like something, I just don't post it. So it's not so much that the booktube in general has fucked up my reading to the point where I'm reading things solely for the content, but it's more that reading has shaped the books that I will read in general in order to create content, if that makes sense. And it's not even just, the most super hyped things, but the little too deep, like the author deep dive situation where I decided to do all of Lee Bardugo in a single video. Like that was foolishness that I wouldn't have thought to do before. Like, I like the video, I am proud of the end product, but reading an entire author's backlist in a week and a half, that was fucking foolishness. Like, looking back on it, like, there's reading an author's backlist what I've done before. Like, I did the Sarah J. Maas, I did Cassandra Clare. At this point now, I've also done Douglas Stewart, although that was easy because he only had 2 books. I've done Adib Karam's, all 3 of their books. So, like, I've done that with other people, and the Adib Karam video was also a reading vlog, and that vlog also high-key flopped. But it's not that, like, the idea of reading an author's backlist isn't bad, but I wouldn't have decided to package that into a reading vlog if not for BookTube. And I don't even know if reading the backlist would have mattered to me if I wasn't on BookTube. Like, that's really how it's fucked it up for me, is that I will now approach books, not even just like a Sarah J. Maas Powder book, that'll be a video. That's not even like the 1-to-1, but it's more like, even if I'm going to the library, this is a perfect example. I have this book right here. The Mitford Murders by Jessica Fellows. I've had this out for a while because I was browsing the new release section, and I guess the latest but the latest installment in this, like, companion series came out, and it looked interesting, so I went over and I grabbed the first book. This hasn't fit into any of my reading plans at all. It doesn't fit into a vlog, doesn't fit into a project, so I haven't read it because I can't make a video about it. I checked out 4 random nonfiction books because I was like, I could do a nonfiction reading vlog. One of them I picked up because I was still in the middle of Blowout and I was really enjoying it. And so I said I could do a Rachel Maddow vlog because who wants a Rachel Maddow vlog? I don't know, but maybe somebody wants it. So it's like the the straight foolishness that I think has taken over my brain, trying to commodify, because I'm never gonna do a gamey game. We're not seeing that over here. But trying to find interesting way to package a book to get people to click on the video is weird. It's wild. And I think that what I have learned in the absence of posting regular content, because I can't be bothered to read all of these harebrained schemed books and then organize files and edit, and like I cannot be asked to do that, is that clearly this is not the process that is supposed to work for me. And what has really solidified that in for 3 months now, what feels like 3 months, I've been working on this long form 12 book project that I keep angrily berating myself for not finishing, because I always think back to that Lee Bardugo video, which also had like 10 books. I think it was actually 9, but it had a significant number of books. And I read all of those. And I did a reading vlog the week before that where I had read 6 books. So between those 2 videos, I read about 15 books in the span of 3 weeks, let's say. So to me, it's like, I know that I can read all of these things. So why is this 12 book project taking me so long? And in the middle of that, I have put out a couple of things. I threw out a wrap up just so I could have something, because I didn't think people were watching the daily vlogs. But in the absence of me trying to get that project out and doing all these other little mini things, I have seen like repeated comments on just my old standalone reviews. If the angle is different, it's because the battery died a little bit, tiny bit. Can't really lie about that one. But that also means I'm going to try and be brief, because I don't know how long I was recording before. So what I was saying is, in the time that I've been trying to film this project, doing all kinds of other things, I have routinely gotten some of the most frequent comments on reviews that I posted a year and a half, 2 years, 2+ years ago. And if I can, if that is what is actually getting the clicks and the views, I can go back to that. I have had fun with the attempt to themify, to commodify, to package the ever expansive reading material that I go through in a yearly basis into some really interesting conceptual ideas. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's what's making me hate the act of reading. There's really no getting around it. I think that when I'm approaching a book, not do I want to read this book, or how much do I think I'm going to enjoy this book, or do I think I'm going to have enough thoughts and opinions about this book to make a video, let alone to make a vlog. Like that's another thing. I still think that is going to be part of my process. It's not even do I think I'm going to like the book or enjoy the book. To some degree, a lot of what I pick up is still things that I think I'm going to have something to say about, because even if I go back to an approach where I read a book, I review a book, or I read a book and it just winds up in a wrap up, I do still want to pick up things that I think are going to be able to spark a discussion to have, either with people who did enjoy the book or didn't enjoy the book, whoever, because I don't think that every book is a vehicle toward a discussion. So I do think that's still going to be part of I don't think that just because I said the booktube has fucked up my reading habits, I don't think that everything that I do now is a negative experience from booktube having changed the way that I read things. But I do think that trying to fit my reading into a prepackaged like commodity is weird, and there's no escaping that when I'm fitting the books that I'm reading into a video that I am monetizing for public consumption on some level. the reading has been commodified, the hobby has been commercialized. It's not just a single solitary activity. I have willingly and willfully chosen to let people into that activity with me in a more dynamic way that's not quite a book club, but it's this weird space between. And so I do think that for as far as the degular It's Monty Price channel, I do think that reading vlogs are going away. I think they're going away. I don't think that they are the vehicle through which I would like to express myself on this main channel. I do like the idea of continuing. I mean, the reading vlogs I do for Patreon, those aren't going anywhere because those are already very different in that those are just books that I already wanted to read that I just let people vote on and they get the video based on that. So it feels very different than the way that I do reading vlogs for the It's Monty Price channel. And even though, you know, the things like that Lee Bardugo video or the books with one word title or reading Adib Karam, like those are all projects that I wanted to do. Like these aren't things that have been forced upon me. I still don't think that they are. I don't think that in some instances that they were the best vehicle for me to talk about the book that I wanted to talk about. And I don't think that they always I don't think that in the reading vlogs that I do necessarily that are there are some exceptions. Like I do think that like my what was that book? Miss Addie, I think that's pretty detailed, but sometimes there are often aspects of a book that I think I have addressed in a vlog or in like the wrap up portion of the vlog. Um and then I realized later on that yeah, that didn't make the actual cut there. So I don't know. But I do think that they are going to go away, and the vlogs that do remain public here for y'all to see whenever they happen to appear are going to be similarly filmed and edited and constructed to what you are used to seeing. But I do think that they will not be nearly. I mean, they're already pretty infrequent. Can't lie. But I think that they are going to remain even more infrequent, and I am looking forward to returning to a simpler read a book, talk about the book. um that's what we're just gonna do. We're gonna go back. We're going to embrace being a basic bitch, because in the quest for diversified, interesting content, I have started to hate myself, and that's not what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do that. Love that for the streets. The streets can hate themselves all they want, but over here I love myself, and in 2022 I'm definitely not going to continue to do things that aren't bringing me joy. And there is definitely a level, I think, of where you've created a similar kind of content repetitively, and there starts to be a point where you are chasing a high, kind of. And I think that there was a moment on my channel where my reading vlogs were like really, at least for me, probably as good as they were going to get, except for this project I've been putting off. I have high hopes. I have high hopes for it. Like it'll be, I do think it'll be an excellent little love letter to the reading vlog that I aspired to create. But there was a moment before then, you know, in 2021, where I do think that I probably hit my stride at like peak reading vlog Monty. And that ship has just sailed. So let me know down below if you think that being on BookTube has fucked up your reading habits, both good and bad. Thanks for watching, and thanks again for getting to the end of this video. I will see all of you guys again soon with another video, but until then, and until next time, bye.